Today's knife may just become your new favorite backup EDC option. Hey, I'm Jay, and if you're looking to buy a knife and you need to see what it's like first before you drop your hard-earned money on it, here's what you got to do. Click on subscribe so I can help you, and remember to click that bell notification so you don't miss a thing. All the specs that you are looking at right now, I personally measured myself. We will talk about what I like about this and some of the potential deal breakers that I see of this Sanrenmu 7098. Before we do, I just want to go ahead and let's get the size comparisons out of the way, and we'll start with the Kershaw Skyline. Let's do the Benchmade. This is the Mini Freak. And how about, of course, the Spyderco Native 5. And I think one more should probably take care of it. The Kaiser Vanguard Mini Sheepdog. So you can see the 7098 is a it's a smaller knife. Let's start out with, well, my favorite feature of this knife is the fact that you can open it and close it, so completely operate this just one-handed. Now, you might be saying to yourself, well, yeah, that's great, Jay. Most knives you can operate one-handed. Oh, but this is a friction folder. Yeah, that's right. This is the first friction folder that I have ever experienced that can be completely operated one-handed. I mean, they give you two different options. There is, of course, the flipper tab and the ambidextrous thumb studs. Second favorite feature of this knife, and you guys might not have noticed, yes, there are actually tools. A gut hook with it's a Phillips head screwdriver, and on the other side, let's see if I can get this open. There we go. Yep. A bottle opener with a flathead screwdriver. And, oh, I almost forgot about this one. Get the lanyard out of the way. Look at that. Yep. That is a removable glass breaker. So if you're not crazy about it, it is flat on the side, so you can just use like a little set of pliers or something and unscrew it and take it off. Next, I love the size of this thing. I mean, you're looking at, so closed, 3.75 inches with a 2.5-inch blade. Overall, open length is going to be 6.25 inches, and the closed width, so in your pocket, this is only going to take up 1.17 inches, and it has a handle thickness right at a 1/2 inch. That is just perfect. Now you're probably wondering, okay, so since this is a friction folder, how much play is in that blade? Well, let's check it. None. Not a single tick in there. That is just incredible. The steel, it is the lower end of the Sandvik, but it is still Sandvik at the 12C27. So no, it's not the best steel, but you know what? It's not bad, especially once you hear the price. Let's check the centering, because I am almost positive that, oh yes, look at that. Perfect. Perfect center. There are absolutely no sharp edges anywhere on this handle. Very, very comfortable. The scales, now they are FRN, and they have pretty pretty darn good traction. And I have a I wear a medium-sized glove. You can see I can squeeze all 4 of my fingers on there. Plenty of room. Now, those of you with the larger hands, you may only get just like the 3 or 3.5 finger grip, but I can fit all 4. Now, did you notice there is no jimping anywhere on this knife? But you know what, to be honest, I really don't think that it needs it here. I'm going to go ahead and let me grab the scale, and I want to just show you how much this is going to weigh you down. Before I go ahead and hoist this up on the scale, I don't know if you guys will be able to see this. Darn it, probably not. But they did do a little bit of skeletonization on the liners here, so I always appreciate that. Let's see how that affects the weight. Wow, 2.5 ounces. So 2.5 ounces, that's going to put us, wow, the exact same weight as a Kershaw Skyline. And wow, look at that, only 3 AA batteries. Now, if you're not crazy about this color, that's okay, because they do also offer a black and OD green scales, just in case you don't like this kind of like pale blue color. The price, $12. $12 for this. Now, full disclosure, this knife was graciously sent to me by our friends over at GearBest. Thank you so much. So what I will do is include a link down below. If you click on that link, it'll take you right to GearBest website, to the page, so you can buy this Sanrenmu 7098 for yourself. $12! Now, as with all knives, unfortunately, there are a few potential deal breakers. Before we get into those, I would like to quickly remind you, click on that subscribe button if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. First potential deal breaker is going to be regarding, well, the pocket clip. And you can see, as of right now, there is no clip on it, but it does ship with that on there, and it is now just a 1-position pocket clip that's just going to be tip up for righties only. So this is the type of knife that I don't like to have a pocket clip on. So you can see I did go ahead and just remove that and attach the lanyard, because this is just perfect to drop in your pocket. And oh, look at that, I just noticed, look at the screw holes. Yep, they are actually brass inserts, so if you decide to keep the clip on there, it will be held, well, fairly securely. Next potential deal breaker is going to be regarding this sharpening choil. And I don't know if you can see, there is a little bit of bearding going on here where that grind is terminated. But yeah, it's just not, yeah, both sides are the same. Not really that well executed of sharpening choil. Minor gripe, but still one that I need to point out. And last potential deal breaker is going to be the weight. Now, at 2.5 ounces, this may be a little too heavy for some of you as a, a secondary or backup EDC. Now, before we get into my recommendation or lack thereof, I do have a question that I would like to ask you all. And really, I would just like to know, what is your current favorite friction folder if you could please just put your answers down in the comment section below. So where does that leave us now with the Sanrenmu 7098? Now, for those of you that are saying, boy, Jay, that knife really looks familiar, and it should, because it is actually a much smaller version of this Sanrenmu 9098. Now, this is not a friction folder. It's just a standard liner lock on bearings. Same blade steel, though, the 12C27. And I have previously reviewed this knife. So if at the end of this video, you can click up here in the corner and you can watch my full review on this. As a backup, I absolutely love this thing. I really do. I mean, the fact that I can operate it one-handed is huge for me. And the fact that it has all of these tools on here, and I've used them and they all work. I mean, the Phillips head works fine, the flathead, the bottle opener, the gut hook, it cuts as it should. They all work perfectly. Now, you could leave the pocket clip on and you could use this as a primary. Absolutely. But I just think that it makes just a fantastic backup carry.